This is a scene that you don't see all that often here in Oklahoma. It requires a foggy morning, which only happens a handful of days each year here in Oklahoma. And this picture kind of reminds me of the Overlook Hotel from The Shining. So that's cool. And it's super fun, man, to go out and take pictures in the fog. It's not just the light, but the whole experience. If you've never gone out and do this, I really recommend it. Take your camera out and just wander around in nature, and everything is just kind of quiet and subdued. And often the fog dissipates really quickly, so you don't have a lot of time. Most mornings, if it's foggy when I get up, well, if it's foggy, which doesn't happen that often, the fog is usually gone an hour or two later, and you don't have a lot of time to work with. So give it a shot. Check it out the next time you feel like doing something different. Go out and shoot pictures on a foggy morning. Anyway, here I didn't have any time to take pictures while I was at home because I got my two kids to take care of before I go to work. I help get them ready for school. So I got to campus. I ran from my car to the main library lawn, and I saw the student union here shrouded in mist. It looked super cool. And I thought, what would be the best way to capture not just the building, but the whole mood of the scene? Rather than shoot straight on, which was kind of difficult with the 50mm lens because you would have had to get way far back. Like here, I'm pretty far back to get this wide of an image here. And there's not many places on campus that you can do that aren't covered with other things. So rather than shoot straight on, I decided to frame the shot so that the building was between these trees. It sort of gives a closed off, almost claustrophobic feel to the student union itself, which is normally a very nice, happy place. But here it looks kind of mysterious and shady and shrouded in mystery because of the fog. And it made me think, the whole process made me think a bit more about what I want in front of my subject that will help me make a more pleasing picture overall. If you visit the blog, you'll see a photo that I took a minute later with my iPhone, and there was a much wider field of view. It's a photo of a different building, the actual library, and it shows a complete scene rather than just one building. But there's an interesting contrast. The other photo is not as personal. It feels kind of emotionally distant, whereas this one, to me anyway, it seems more in your face, more imposing. And the lesson here is, number one, try shooting in the fog. It's really cool if you ever have that chance. But also, think not about just your subject, but also what elements you can use to frame your subject and what effect those other elements, foreground or even background, will have on the overall composition.